Classmates, thank you for your time. My name is Katrina Nunez. I will be presenting a review question from Chapter 19, Pricing. How do we get there? The question I selected is, marketing manager responsible for a newly launched hospitality or travel service. What steps would you follow in arriving at initial price structures for this operation? What specific factors would you consider? What would your prices be and how would you justify them to senior management? I ended up choosing to manage a restaurant, but before we can get to the question, we need to understand certain things such as pricing. Pricing is one of the four major elements in the marketing mix. Price will determine the customer group that will be targeted. Price is what a buyer pays to acquire products from a seller. The value given in exchange for a service product. It can fluctuate at any given time for no particular reason, affects how customers view an establishment, such as if prices are at a lower end, customers will see the place as not being great service or excellent products, and so forth. If it's at a higher price end, customers will see that it's at a higher level, perhaps much more luxurious. And then we also have value-conscious customers, which compare the amount of money paid for the quality of service received. So we're seeing a trend now where customers are starting to go online and compare prices to other, let's say, hotels. What do they offer? Do they have a gym? Do they have a pool? Do they allow pets? Things of that sort. The pricing objectives are aligned with the company's goals. The goal as a marketing manager at a restaurant is to offer deals, discounts, and have an array of prices to bring in a variety of customers. There are a couple pricing strategies. I'm going to go over them individually and just kind of give examples as to what they are, such as penetration pricing. The price for a service or product is set low to gain market share. After this has been accomplished, the price will gradually go up. I guess a good example of this would be Netflix. They started off pretty cheap, and now that they're getting more content, movies, show, creating their own films and whatnot, they're starting to bring those prices up. Pricing, a cost of marketing a product are kept to a minimum, such as grocery stores offer their brands of drinks, snacks, cereals, so forth. Price skimming is used when a company has a competitive advantage, such as if they have a product or service that other places do not offer, so they can have it at a higher rate of sort. Psychological pricing is a marketing strategy on a theory that certain prices have a psychological impact, such as customers use they think emotionally rather than rationally. And also would be, example is if you have something priced at $99.99, in someone's mind they'd be like, oh, it's under $100, therefore it's cheaper and it's not that expensive, giving that impulsive buy. The next one is product line pricing, where a customer has a variety of price options to choose from. Good example would be a car wash. So a car wash, you have, let's say, 3 different prices to choose from, and products that are given, such as your basic car wash is just going to be a wash and a dry. That's it. Your medium price point would be maybe having wax added to the finish. And then the third price range would be more expensive, thus as having a car wash, a wax, and maybe a vacuum included in the price. The next one is optional product pricing. Companies attempt to get customers to spend more after purchasing a product or service. Another example of that would be airlines. They want to keep charging you after you buy your ticket, such as, do you want to sit in first class? Do you want to reserve your seat? Luggage. Everyone's starting to charge for luggage now. The next one is Captive product pricing is when you buy a printer at a low price and you run out of ink, so you can't buy a cheaper ink because you have to buy a specific ink cartridge for that. So at the end of the day, you're going to end up spending more money to replace it than what it was to actually buy the printer. The next one is a promotional pricing. There's a lot of restaurants that offer promotional pricing, or stores. A good example is Applebee's. They have two different promotions, one being 2 for $20, where you can get an appetizer, 2 entrees, and that's it for the cost of $20. And the other one they offer is 2 for $25, which is you get similar, but you get a dessert added to that. And then the last one is premium pricing. It's are selling a unique experience or product, where companies know they can charge a high price for their services, products, etc. Example of that would be high-end clothing, cars, jewelry, things of that sort. Being upon arriving, I would do some research as to see what's going to be our clientele, things of the sort. So one would be what services, products are being currently offered at our restaurant. What is our price range? Are our prices too high, too low? What's the most popular item? What's the least popular item? And so forth. The next is going to be, who are our competitors? Do they have a similar menus to us? Are their prices more or less? What kind of atmosphere are they giving their customers compared to what we're giving ours? And then another one is, who is our target market? Before we can actually figure out what kind of concepts or menu items of the sort that we want to give, we have to figure out who our target market is going to be, or target customers. By doing so, we need to figure out where is our location, the age group that we're surrounded by, gender, income level, education, occupation. The proposal I have given is at the Blue Anchor, we aim to give customers a superb atmosphere that appeals to a wide group of successful people. Focus on maintaining quality food and service. The main goal in marketing is to boost customers' awareness in our community. Our unique selling point will be the menu, staff, management, environment, and service. Seasonal menus will be available by locally sourced produce. Our setting is comfortable, relaxing, and inviting. Couple marketing tactics that I feel that we can do to increase customers and revenue, which is the end result. So one would be having wine tasting dinners. So giving a promotion of having a certain amount of courses, each course having a wine that pairs well with it. Having a prefix menu, it's kind of like the Applebee's does. Providing a first course, second course, and a dessert course for a value price kind of sort. Having bottomless brunch. A couple restaurants do that on the weekend. Bottomless mimosas accompanied with their food. If they buy an entree plate, then they have the option of bottomless mimosas for the whole brunch service. And then marketing to businesses for lunch or dinner events. So just hitting up the local businesses and seeing if they want to do their Christmas party there, their meetings there, and whatnot. And making sure that we have an up and running web page. Making sure that it's updated regularly. Having whatever promotions when we change seasonal menus, having that up there as well. And then having brochures to nearby hotels. By giving brochures to those nearby places, we're able to also get another clientele that way. So giving brochures with like what our menu items are, just a brief description, maybe some prices, and a couple pictures. Our strategy is to maintain and increase customers in order to increase revenue. After the market research was done, Blue Anchor had an idea of the wants and needs of customers. By doing so, we are able to implement a roadmap on how we are going to execute our plan. If this proposal is approved, not only will we be seeking to make profit soon, the marketing budget will be less expensive than before. A couple of my references that I got a couple of my things from. I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you for your time. Have a good one.